How to survive a shipwreck. Surviving a shipwreck is a rare and extreme situation that requires preparation, quick thinking, and resilience. While the specifics depend on the circumstances, like the location, weather, and available resources, here are general steps to improve your chances of survival. This advice draws on common sense, historical accounts, and survival principles. Before disaster strikes. Preparation. 1. Know the ship's safety protocols. Familiarize yourself with the ship's layout, emergency exits, lifeboat locations, and muster stations as soon as you board. Pay attention during safety briefings, they're not just for show. 2. Pack smart. If you're on a cruise or long voyage, keep a small emergency bag with essentials like a flashlight, whistle, water bottle, snacks, a multi-tool, and a first aid kit. Add a waterproof pouch for your ID and phone. 3. Dress for survival. Wear or have access to clothing that can protect you from the elements. Think layers, waterproof gear, and sturdy shoes. In cold climates, hypothermia is a bigger threat than drowning. 4. Learn basic skills. If you frequently travel by sea, consider learning basic swimming, first aid, and how to use a life raft or flare gun. During the shipwreck. Immediate action. 1. Stay calm, assess the situation. Panic kills. Take a moment to understand what's happening, listen for alarms, crew instructions, or signs of sinking, tilting deck, water ingress. Focus on getting to safety. 2. Grab essential gear. If you can, take your emergency bag, a life jacket, and anything buoyant, like a cooler or plastic container. Don't waste time gathering non-essentials. 3. Follow evacuation orders. Head to your muster station or the nearest lifeboat. Stick with the cruise plan unless it's clearly failing. Don't be a hero jumping overboard prematurely. 4. Put on a life jacket properly. Secure it tightly. If you don't have one, find anything that floats, a piece of debris, a barrel, to use as a flotation aid. 5. Avoid jumping into water unless necessary. Water can be shockingly cold, full of debris, or infested with hazards like sharks. If you must jump, aim for a clear spot, cross your arms over your chest, and pinch your nose. 6. Get away from the ship. If the ship is sinking, swim away to avoid being pulled under by suction or hit by falling debris. Aim for a lifeboat, raft, or floating object. In the water or on a raft. Short-term survival. 1. Conserve energy and stay afloat. If you're in the water, use the help position, heat escape lessening posture, tuck your knees to your chest, keep arms close to your sides, and float to reduce heat loss. Don't thrash around. 2. Stick together. If there are others, huddle for warmth and morale. Groups are easier to spot by rescuers. 3. Board a life raft or boat. If you can get into a life raft, do so immediately. Inflate it fully, secure yourself inside, and use paddles or currents to move away from the wreck. 4. Signal for help. Use a whistle, flare, mirror, or bright clothing to signal rescuers. If you have a radio or phone, send an SOS with your location. Keep signals ready but use them wisely, don't waste flares on empty horizons. 5. Protect against the elements. If you're exposed, shield yourself from sun, wind, or rain. Use tarps, clothing, or raft canopies. Hypothermia can set in even in mild conditions, stay dry and insulated. Long-term survival. If rescue doesn't come quickly. 1. Ration water and food. Prioritize water over food. Your body can survive weeks without eating but only days without hydration. Collect rainwater if possible. Avoid drinking seawater at all costs, it dehydrates you faster. If you have fishing gear or can improvise with debris, try catching fish. 2. Stay mentally strong. Fear and despair are your worst enemies. Focus on small tasks, fixing a leak, scanning the horizon, or telling stories with others. Keep hope alive by setting goals, like surviving until sunrise. 3. Navigate if possible. If you're adrift with no rescue in sight, use the sun, rises in the east, sets in the west, or stars, Polaris in the northern hemisphere, to get a rough sense of direction. Aim for known shipping lanes or land if you have an idea where they are. 4. Watch for land or ships. Keep a constant lookout. If you spot land, approach cautiously. Currents and reefs can be deadly. If you see a ship, signal aggressively but don't exhaust yourself swimming toward it unless it's clearly heading your way. If you reach land. 1. Find shelter. Protect yourself from the elements using natural materials, branches, leaves, or wreckage. Avoid sleeping directly on the ground, elevate yourself to stay dry. 2. Secure water and food. Look for freshwater streams or collect rainwater. For food, forage for edible plants, fish, or small animals if you know what's safe. Avoid eating unknown berries or seafood that looks off. 3. Signal for rescue. Build a large SOS sign on the beach with rocks or logs. Create smoke signals by adding green leaves to a fire during the day. 3 fires in a triangle is a universal distress signal. 4. Stay visible. Don't wander too far inland unless necessary. Rescuers are more likely to spot you near the shore. Key threats to avoid. 1. Hypothermia. Even in tropical waters, prolonged exposure can chill you to dangerous levels. Keep as much of your body out of the water as possible. 2. Dehydration. Without water, you'll deteriorate fast. Prioritize finding or collecting it. 3. Sharks and marine life. Stay calm if you see sharks, don't splash or bleed into the water. Group together and make yourself look big if one approaches. 4. Giving up. Mental resilience often separates survivors from victims. Keep fighting. Final thought. Your best chance comes from preparation and adaptability. Modern ships have better safety systems than ever, so the odds of needing this advice are slim, but knowing it could make all the difference. If you're often at sea, consider taking a maritime survival course for hands-on training. Follow for more survival tips.